damn.
Rock on, acknowledge my song, bring my posse along to the party, cause danger zone from the heart is in effect. So I say, buddy, study, think and learn, dig the move we made. Stunning those that just can't behave. Discipline, here's a hint, a clue from the crew and too tough. All up in you with the formula coming from me, cause no one told ya of a logo interior saying this ain't no joke, Jimmy. I ain't playing, I'm hardcore, straight up raw. I'm the overlord, I door clocking. But no, as if you didn't know, fronting on the scene when it's time to go. Asking for a number from any member of the tough crew band. Remember, jacking on my tip, over tipping my shoulder. I'll be a soldier, a green roller, smashing those who stand in my path, counting them down like math. Planning, mapping, rapping them down for my part of town. Girl.
Welcome back to Guard Your Grill Boxing, live and direct. Philadelphia, PA, South Street.
4th and South.
4th and South, front of my favorite place, Starbucks. You know, I train like to do it.
They paint a camera over there. We want everybody to see who's over there at that window. That's one of our favorite fans of the show. Jick Six-figure Jick.
So we live on the street, you know, we giving our version of the box score last night. I know it's wall-to-wall Cotto Margarito right now, but we got to give props where props is due. It was a heavyweight fight last night on Fox Sports Network. You had my man James Lights Out Toney versus Hasim Rahman. The fight ended in a controversial fashion. James Toney, at 40 years old, out of shape, will give any heavyweight present, pass, or whatever. The blue.
You know what?
That's the thing, though.
He's working on pure talent, right?
What's wrong with that?
Because you need in the game nowadays, and that's what's wrong with boxing, man. You gonna have somebody come stepping in the ring like that, man? That's not correct.
Name Sleep.
That's not
his
correct.
name.
Sleep. He's
listen. Check it out. The fight was on Fox.
It was on
and
Fox.
Comcast,
Nobody could find the fight.
Nobody could find the fight. Shout out to everybody who was trying to help me find the fight last night.
Johnny York was
I tried to tell you it was on Comcast, but the interesting thing about it, the undercard was really the Wednesday night fight card. They tried to throw the okie doke out.
I didn't even know.
The undercard was a fight that was on Wednesday night fights. But James Toney, man, you gotta give respect where respect is due.
I think he has talent.
He's an excellent fighter. He's not in the type of shape that he used to be in. But he was about 20 pounds lighter than
He
the
was
last
20
fight.
pounds lighter than he was. He still got a vicious slip game. He still got the vicious shoulder roll. He still got the vicious counter punching. And that style that y'all see Floyd Mayweather do, James Toney did it first.
Yeah, but
that's James Toney style.
Toney can only sustain that kind of work for about 4 rounds.
You know them shot hooks and them shoulder rolls that Floyd
because
like
Rahman punked out. But it's amazing how a man had the most massive hickey in the history of the sports tried to continue. Did they stop that fight? They stopped it.
The fight was stopped by Hasim Rahman. Listen, the fight was stopped by. Oh, you saying that?
I'm saying how you gonna previously have the most massive?
He must have had a flashback.
No, but he didn't stop that fight before they stopped it.
I'm saying he
had a minor cut. And look, I'm gonna give you perspective of what happened, right? The doctor who allegedly stopped the fight, we're saying Rahman stopped the fight himself. The doctor who allegedly stopped the fight is the same doctor who was in the fight with Klitschko and Lennox Lewis.
That's why he said that.
So he knows what the real cut is about. But the cut was barely leaking into his eye.
Is this even worth talking about?
No, hold on for a second.
Boxing's boxing,
It's
man.
boxing. I got real quick, I want to bring somebody on camera real quick. Special friend to the show, childhood mentor of mine. You know, he go by the name of the Black Burke Sugar. Black Burke, come on stage real quick, man. Welcome to GYGB, baby. You see he got the the brim on like Black Burke, but he tricked it out a little bit.
Can you frame it,
First of all, that lump you was talking is called the hematoma when you get hit like that. All right.
Told you this Black Burke Sugar.
Let me explain something to you. I'm an ex-Philadelphia fighter. I'm a historian of boxing. And I want to say some things about that. Okay. First of all, James Toney is not the first guy to do that style.
Told you he was the black historian. See, my age, my lineage runs short. Go ahead, though.
It goes back to Ruben Hurricane Carter and a guy called Georgie Benton, who created the rolling and the tucking on that style. Nobody has ever done that rolling and tucking style.
Give him a time frame. What year?
Well, I'm talking about 56, 54.
It was just on classic, Georgia Benton. You told me to watch it, and I didn't follow the instructions. I didn't watch it, but you did tell me
But the most classic roller of the shoulder now, Georgie Benton, and give his props to, never won a world title, but he trained 18 world champions and was one of the best that ever done it. A defensive fighter, a counterpuncher, and a very good fighter. Now, to go on the historian of boxing, guys, first of all, we got to talk about that fight last night.
Okay. Right. That's what we doing now.
Right.
That's what you on the box score.
We're going to talk about Oscar, what's the guy kid name? Oscar...
The one on the undercard?
Oscar Diaz.
Oh, Oscar Diaz
And Rodriguez.
On ESPN.
That was the headline of a Wednesday night fight.
And that was the headline, real quick, not to cut you off. He's in the hospital right now. He just had brain surgery or something like that. So GYGB sends our well wishes because we don't want to see none of our soldiers, you know, fall in this brutal sport. But go ahead.
But, everybody who was confused, ESPN had a card last night. What Fox did was they took the undercard on ESPN and aired it like it was an undercard for the Toney Rottman fight. But it wasn't. The headline was the Diaz and the guy who got hurt.
Rodriguez.
That was the headliner for and that fight took place at the same exact time. Rottman and Toney.
Well, one of the things I want to say about the fight is Black Bert claim to fame is that one of the things I'll always say, you hear many people say, I'm going to go play golf, I'm going to play basketball, I'm going to play football. Never heard no one say I'm going to go play boxing. Boxing is not a game. Your cerebellum is not made to be switched over and shifted from punches for 12 rounds.
The evolution of a punch. Shout out to Docs.
That's why I hit and not get hit.
Yeah.
Shout out to Floyd Money Mayweather.
That's what I'm talking about. Slipping in a can of oil, by the way. That's my man. Floyd's one of my favorite fighters. But what I want to talk to you guys about is that when you come to the boxing game, it's definitely serious.
So let me ask you this. Let me jump right into it, man. So can James Toney get another can he get a heavyweight title right now?
With the heavyweights this boxing, surely he can. He fight maybe the top 5 heavyweights.
So you saying these promoters out there, they ain't in no rush to put their fighter in the ring with James Toney?
Not not an out of shape James Toney. We might not like it.
Wait a minute, he did have a belt like a few years ago, didn't he?
No, he never. I don't think he ever got a belt. He lost, and he was in contention to get a belt, but he never.
He won it from Ruiz, but he lost it after he tested.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, that's right. He beat Ruiz and lost it.
Well, but they stripped him of it because they said he tested positive for some type of steroid.
Right.
That. And I think he had some ailment for his Achilles, and he was trying to heal it. So I think it was actually that medicine that made him.
Allegedly. James looked good last night. You know, for him, he was slim, a little 20 pounds, a little lighter, still a little chubby. Slip game was there, giving Rodman all types of trouble.
Cameraman, this is a family show.
Started touching him. Started touching him with the lead rights, you know, the counter lefts, and then Rodman quit on the stool, man. All I know, the doctor came and said the cut was fine, but then he started talking about he couldn't see, so they stopped the fight and they called it a technical knockout. I don't know how you get a technical knockout from a headbutt that the referee said was a unintentional headbutt, and it was only 3 rounds in. They called it TKO. They talking about, you know, appealing the decision, and we take it from there. But we're gonna take it to what we really came down here for.
That wall to wall.
9 more days.
Hold up, Sleep. Anybody seen the Bull Docs? You know, he been missing in action. You know, he was beating us up by Cotto gonna beat Margarito. Hopefully, you know, he'll show up. You know what I mean? I'm just saying to be saying though. You know what I mean? Illegal Docs. Yo,